What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to a pack opening. I think this is episode 81 of the Ultimate FIFA series. I am here with El Dinero.
Sup, yo.
And we're going to be opening packs for a Team of the Week player. As you can see on the Team of the Week here, we have got Neuer in goal. The best players anyway. We've got Xavi Alonso as centre midfielder here. Alexis Sanchez at right wing. Di Natale as striker and Fabregas as centre forward. And then Denis as striker as well. Fabregas looks decent. Not too great pace, but beast shooting, dribbling and passing. Should be a good centre forward to use. And one of the players that is missing from here that a lot of people thought would get an inform is what was his name? Kelvin, that's his name.
Kalu's got one as well. He should be good.
Yeah, Kalu. This team was actually leaked yesterday, so like around midnight. So I actually knew these players, who they were going to be anyway. But this Team of the Week is one of the best for a very, very long time. You got 5 players rated 86 or higher, which is pretty awesome. And I've got a shit ton of FIFA points. I've got 13,800 FIFA points. And we're going to hopefully get a few informs today. In the meantime, guys, I've asked for questions on Twitter. It's twitter.com/NepentheZ. So we're going to do a Q&A with El Dinero. His channel link will be in the description. Don't forget to check him out. He also makes FIFA videos. So
the first question is from iGeek, and it says most overrated footballer in real life. That's obviously real tough because it's so subjective.
It's obviously Charlie Mulgrew though, isn't it?
No, because fuck off. That's why. It's clearly not. Although having said that, Mikael Lustig is in the Team of the Week this week for scoring a goal with his hand and then getting taken off after 70 minutes after a really uninspiring game. So I don't know how he's in there and Kelvin isn't. So
maybe they should have made his informal goalkeeper.
Yeah, that would have been great. I don't know. Do you know? Does anything spring to mind immediately? Nah, me neither.
No one. No. Downing.
Yeah,
because they paid a lot of money for him, and he's
Andy
shit.
Carroll, even if you can,
yeah,
because you can fit in your own specifications there to make him the most overrated, I guess. The next question from I Bleed Liverpool Red. Are you enjoying the Twitter banter and FIFA community at the minute?
Yeah, I've always liked the FIFA community. There's only ever been a few times where I've thought, do you know what, fuck this. And they were back in the early days when like I didn't really know how to handle getting hate and stuff. And so yeah, I mean, like there's like I block a lot of people, as you know. So if there's a lot of shit that comes my way and I think is unjust, I'll block them. But the Twitter banter, I don't know, it depends who you follow, you know. If you don't enjoy that sort of stuff, just don't follow the people that are involved in it, you know,
yeah,
which is exactly what I do. So
I don't get why people get so worked up over certain things. Like, if I tweet something and then they reply with a big hateful, it's like, well, it's my opinion and you don't have to follow, like, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, wow, I just got Vice again. This is the second time in 3 packs.
Vladimir Vice?
No, the goalkeeper.
Oh. Wow, that's the worst pack I think I've ever seen. You got Shay Given though, he's awesome.
No, he's shit.
He's the best player in the world, I think. That's what I read anyways. The next question is from Aki, and he says, what are your favourite cookies and why?
Chocolate chip cookies, just because.
Just because?
Yeah, there's no reason why.
I'm not a fan of cookies, really. No, the Domino's ones, they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, they are nice actually, because they're still warm.
Yeah, and they're properly baked.
Giroud, what a great pack!
Ooh, he's the most overrated player in the world. Is that? Oh, wow. Obviously it's not Buffon, he's 78 rated. I'm an idiot. Ignore me, I'm bad at FIFA. The next question is from Hamza, and he says Rock or Cena. It's clearly the Rock.
Yeah, I mean, my overall, like, Rock's in like probably my top 3 all-time wrestlers, probably even second behind Bret Hart. But then John Cena would also be right up there as well, but The Rock would pip John Cena.
Whenever I get sad, I feel better when I look at Cena and realise that he's a 35-year-old man pretending to be a 19-year-old Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, but he earns a shitload more money than you.
Of course he does, yeah, but that doesn't mean that I have to like him,
Probably fucks all the bitches as well.
I'd say he probably does, yeah. But he's got a really square head and stick-out ears. And you know what? Fuck John Cena. That's my input on that. Cameron asks, why do we never hear train anymore?
Because I now use a headset to do commentaries, so you can't hear when the train goes past.
Although, funnily enough, we're not using that headset now, so if a train comes past,
which is highly likely, because this is going to be a very long video.
We're going to visit some old school NepentheZ when that happens.
And I used to have my window open as well, which is why they could really hear it, because it always got so hot in this room.
Yeah, and there's always so much fucking noise outside as well. The next question from Tom is, why did you decide to stop drinking alcohol? I know you've said this before in videos.
Yeah, but when I was very young, when I was 13, I got alcohol poisoning and basically never did anything again from then. I was like, yeah, I don't want to feel like that again. So here I am.
It's funny, when I was 15, I got alcohol poisoning and nearly died. I said that's funny. It's not really funny.
It's not funny.
But
it's pretty funny though.
I stopped drinking till the next drink I had after that was when I was 18. So I do know how that can really turn you off and stuff like that. But good self-control, because it's something that I at times wish that I ended up doing. Question from Anthony: why do you support Arsenal?
A few reasons. Like the main reason, like apart from Crystal Palace, Arsenal was always one of the closest clubs to me, because I used to commute between my mum's and my dad's, and my dad lived in central London, and the closest club to my dad was Arsenal, and the closest club to my mum was Crystal Palace. And my cousin supported Arsenal, and so when I was like 4 or something, he was like, you should support Arsenal. So I was like, okay then. And because they were close to me anyway, it kind of made sense. And then they were the very first team I ever went to see as well, so that's why I support Arsenal.
They all add up into... I guess that's why anyone supports their local team. Like, people always get them involved and shit like that. Next question from Kenny is probably going to be a difficult one to answer at this point, but it says you're Arsenal 11 from what you have seen.
What, all time?
From, I guess it would mean from when you first started watching.
That, like, the Invincibles would just be the 11.
It would,
like,
wouldn't
that's,
it? Yeah.
You know, that's it. That's all it will be.
Would you have... You wouldn't have Van Persie instead of Bergkamp, would you?
No. Van Persie was in the Invincibles teams anyway.
He was.
He just didn't. He didn't have a starting role. If you take like the Invincibles 11 plus bench, they'd be like the ultimate Arsenal.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can really challenge that either. Mr. Harry Gooch asks, what would you be doing without YouTube? Cliche, I know.
I'd be doing exactly what I'm doing with YouTube. I'd still just be playing games and working. Like, I run a pub, so yeah, that's pretty much all I'll be doing.
Yeah.
What about you?
Jesus, what would I be? I don't know. I'd probably still be stuck in a dead-end job in a desk with a boss that I hate every day and stuff. But I don't really... YouTube's not a job to me, so I guess... I don't know. Like,
what I find funny, though, is like, I used to... Before I started heavily getting involved in YouTube, I used to play Football Manager a lot.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I stopped playing that was because it got too in-depth.
Yeah.
But I reckon I'd be playing a much wider range of games if... I wasn't doing YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. I've said that many times. I feel a little bit trapped by FIFA and Call of Duty, and like sort of unwilling to explore the other titles out there that, you know, like there's some really good looking games out, like that Tomb Raider game. Like, instead of watching that without YouTube, I just watched Chris Move play it. Like, fuck, I'm buying it.
I really enjoyed that series though. Like,
yeah, it was awesome. It was quality, like, but it's just I have no desire to play that game now, so I don't know. I wouldn't have played it anyway, mind, because I just wouldn't be dedicating the time to it. But if YouTube didn't exist, I probably would have, because it's just something I've done.
Something to do. Yeah,
it's kind of weird, but in no negative way. Like, I love YouTube. I think it's awesome. You just got 4,000
coins. Yeah, you got 4,000 coins. Yeah. By the way, guys, this is a live pack opening. The packs have been very unassuming so far, which is why I haven't really spoken about them.
I've never seen 4,000 coins in a pack before, but then again, I've only opened like 20 packs or something in my life, so. Luke Gilmore asks, what's your favourite non-sports related game?
Well, COD, I guess.
Yeah,
that's not a sport, is it?
Mine was Metal Gear Solid.
But I like Gears of War, was one of my favourite games of all time.
Was that an Xbox game?
Yeah, that's why I bought my Xbox.
For Gears of War?
Yeah, and that's why I kept my Xbox for about 3 years until I started doing YouTube.
I watched this interview with Jonathan Ross last night, right? And I went onto his Wikipedia after just to check up on something that he said. And apparently he did one of the voices for Halo 3 in 2007.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's really surprising. And completely off topic. The next question is from Nordqvist, and he says, why do you have so much swag?
Just a baller.
It's a formula you've been working on for many years, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it contains a lot of Rice Krispies and stuff.
Yeah.
Who first got you into FIFA? From Frank.
The first people that got me into FIFA was Hjerpsith, Phil Potto and Barca Boy, just from watching their montages. Hjerpsith was the first person I ever saw do FIFA online. His one of his first FIFA 10 compilations where he did it with his best friend, where he did had the 2-player online compilation. That was just the best thing I'd ever seen. But the things that got me into YouTube was like a group of things. It is kind of like a whole bunch of things coming together. Like, first of all, I used to watch COD gameplays and think, fuck, I could do this. Because I actually started off as a COD channel, and secondly, like I used to play clubs with people that I played Football Manager with a lot, and we'd always score good goals. So I got a dazzle and like just started capturing the goals so that we could all watch them back and marvel at our own brilliance. And that's kind of how it all started.
So basically, it's because he's a narcissist. The next question, I had one there from Kieran. What did you want to be when you were younger?
Other than like a footballer,
yeah,
I always wanted to do work within gaming.
Really?
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Then you got 500 coins this time.
Yeah.
That's not as good. Is that Joey Barton?
Yeah.
Wow.
What a prick.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for him. The next question from Casper. What's the best inform that you've used in FIFA 13?
In FIFA 13,
Yeah.
Probably Jovetic.
He is fucking brilliant,
Yeah.
isn't he? He's my favourite player. I've been championing him for a long time as like just my favourite player to use so far.
But also Inform Suarez was ridiculously good.
Yeah, I remember you enjoyed him a lot. Isn't there someone else, some Brazilian guy or something that you used?
That was FIFA 12. I used Thiago Neves.
Oh, right.
He was ridiculous.
Where do all these players disappear to?
Thiago Neves is still in the game. He just
Is he
hasn't.
any good?
He hasn't done anything special this year.
Squirtle with the stupidest question I've ever seen, but still, you know, a plausible scenario. What would you do if a camel ran through your house?
I don't know.
You'd probably
Get the
just,
hump.
Yeah. Whoa. Rob Clark, this is an easy answer. Game of Thrones or The Walking Dead?
Game of Thrones. I actually started watching it. The second series. I watched episode 2 last night. Completely legally and not online. And I was speaking to AA, and he told me that it's a very controversial episode, and there's been like a lot of storm kicked up about it. I watched it, and I was like,
I heard him.
I don't know
I've heard him talking about.
I don't
that last
understand what was controversial about it. So if any of you have seen up to episode 2 of season 3 of Game of Thrones, why is it controversial?
night. So you don't know what the
No, I
what the
couldn't.
catalyst.
I've got an 87 rated player who's worth about 3,000 coins.
Yeah, you'll sell him for about 5.5k. He's a really good striker. Yeah, in 4-5-1 you'll sell him for about 5.5 at least. He's can you imagine if he had like 82 pace or something? He'd be crazy good.
Balotelli's pace.
What's funny though is every time I've seen Gomez play in real life, he's just looked like a donkey to me. But he's amazing. Like he's got a ridiculous goal scoring record that nobody can deny him and stuff. But he looks like a fucking donkey when he plays. It's kind of weird.
He looks like a donkey when he doesn't.
Yeah, that is very true. There's a question about Qatar making the Super League with the best clubs in the world, but this is something that the media make up to sell stories, and it has never had any realistic foundations, so I don't really think it warrants any kind of discussion, just because it's purely like the Sun getting bored and saying, oh, let's make a Super League with like Man United and Barcelona and all these teams, but it never ever comes to fruition, and I don't think it ever would either, given the, like, you know, you wouldn't go travel across the world to see your team, regardless of how big the fan base in those countries are. So, I don't think anything like that is ever going to happen. What do you reckon? The same thing?
Yeah.
Billy asks, when are you going to stream next?
Once I get my new computer and an internet that doesn't fluff all the time, and like because it's easy to stream on Macs, but it's better to stream on PCs. So once I get a new PC, I'll start streaming.
How many subs are you on?
Like 240,000.
Callum asked, how many subs do you think you would have if it wasn't for KSI? And the answer is 240,000. The next question is from the Royale Gaming, and he says, is Foreplay dead and buried? I really miss it. That's something I've actually wondered as well. That was a good show.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about getting Foreplay back together. I mean, one of the biggest problems was the fact that JJ just didn't have time to do it, which is fair enough. You know, his channel blew up. He exploded. He's very busy. And we all had channels that didn't require super time, you know, like not saying that we didn't put effort into our channels at all, but now we're at a stage where, you know, like myself, Calfreezy and AA9 Skills are all well in excess of 200,000 subs, and it's our channels that are blowing up, and it's us that don't really have the time now. So whilst it will be an awesome thing to put back together, and I definitely like it because I've always got so much to talk about within the FIFA community, we just don't have the time between us to do it. That's pretty much why.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It was quite a good show, though. I'd like to say I thought it was class. Jonathan asks PSG or Barcelona. So they're playing tonight at the Nou Camp, and it's 2-2 on aggregate, which makes Barca ahead on away goals.
Although when you listen to this commentary, it'll be yesterday that they played.
Oh right, yeah. So it will. So Barca won that game 3-0. No, I don't know. I reckon Barca will win though. I don't know. Can you look back? Can you see PSG making an upset in it?
I can, after the way they played in the first. Didn't it? What was it?
2-2.
2-2, yeah.
I think they scored though in like the last minute with an off. I don't know. Actually, I might be wrong on this, but Ibra definitely scored an offside goal, and I think it was the goal that leveled it. So I don't know. I think Barca have the quality, particularly when they're at home.
Yeah, I think Barca will win, and Messi should be back today as well, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think they rested him at the weekend. That's actually why Fabregas got a hat trick.
Yeah.
So,
I was actually saying to El before, when Fabregas first went to Barcelona, they played him in the false 9 position, and he ripped it apart. Like, he was incredible. And then for some reason, I don't even know why, they stopped using him in that position and benched him.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I couldn't even give you a reason why they did it, but and then the one game he comes back and plays in that position, he tears it up again.
I'm pretty sure at the time Iniesta was out injured, and they had Messi on the left, so they put Fabregas in that position. I may be wrong on this, but then I think they decided to put Messi up front altogether and just say fuck it, let's play him as a striker. And then he obviously, like, Messi up front is Messi up front, so there's no. I think that's what happened. I'm not entirely sure, but Fabregas, I don't know. Like, I was gonna say something there, but I'm not gonna bother. Ellis says, "What's your biggest win streak?" That's actually from this series, isn't it? You got your biggest win streak?
Yeah, I think I've got like, what was it, like 28 games or so?
Yeah.
But like I've got an account where I play just literally for fun, and I've got a pretty huge win streak on that. But in FIFA 12, like I won over 100 games without losing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, unless you count disconnects, because that doesn't necessarily count as losing. But I'd have like a record of like 90 and 10, and the 10 would all be EA disconnects.
That's the most frustrating part of just getting disconnected when you're 2-0 up, and then you get a loss for it, and the DNF fucks up, and hopefully all that shit will be fixed for FIFA 14. But
in FIFA 13, again, I was discussing this with AA last night again, and who else? Cal Freezy was in a Skype call with us, and Cal asked, "What wouldn't you love to be just like incredible at FIFA, like to the point that like the pro gamers are?" And that would be awesome. But I also think like if I played with my sweat team every single game, my record would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
But because people on YouTube would never accept that to be done,
which is also
I can't
kind
do
of
it.
fair enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people don't really want to see you play with like the teams that they'll come up against on a daily basis that batter them, and they just, you know what I mean? If people like to experiment a little bit more and stuff.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I would love to be ridiculously good at FIFA, I'd just like to say, because I'm not very good. Like, I'm better than I give myself credit for at times, I'd say, but I would love to have the I feel like I'd have much more kind of confidence playing the game if I just knew that I was good, which is kind of ridiculous to say, isn't it?
So you're people like El, and if you guys are out there as well and you think you're good but you always worry, go and build yourself my super overpowered sweat team and just keep winning games, and eventually you'll pick up on little things that you can do that if you don't have an overpowered team, you can still do those things and they're effective. And that's kind of how you get better, is just by like shitting on people and figuring out what works.
I actually do, like, you know what I think helped me improve a lot with FIFA is that I started off with a silver team. I had 2 gold players in it, and then the rest of it was silver. So I would come up against these full silver, the same Serie A team that you come up against every time you play FIFA, that's got Giovinco and Pereira and guys like that. And I was there with my silver team, and I found it incredibly difficult to break them down. Like, didn't have the pace, the defensive positioning is all over the place. And then when I started my El Camino series, I built up like a full gold team because I thought people would want to see golds rather than silvers. And I noticed like a significant improvement in my gameplay, and I think it's just because you try so hard with silvers that when you finally get the gold players, you're taken aback by the pace that they have and the fact that they're in position properly and they actually jump for headers and things like that. So I think that's a good way to improve as well, like on the complete flip side of what you said.
Well, just get battered for a few games and then use a good team and be like, oh,
yeah, because
this isn't
honestly,
actually too bad.
When Modern Warfare 3 was out, I didn't really enjoy the game. Like, I wasn't overly bad at it or anything, but I was never good enough to get the 24 kill streak to get the Moab or anything. And what I did for about a week was I played it on Xbox, and I don't get along with the Xbox controller because I have small girly hands. So then when I was finished playing on Xbox, like, my hands were really sore, and I was just pissed off with how it went, and I just switched to my PlayStation, and then I'd fucking like play really, really well because it's more comfortable to play with that controller. Like, it feels like you're kind of more determined and stuff. But I don't know, that's just something that I thought helped me. The next question is from Tord Halson, and he says, which of the following girls would you spend a whole night with? Mila Kunis, Kim Kardashian, or Emma Watson?
Mila Kunis, easy.
Yeah, well, no one wants to be with Kim Kardashian now.
Yeah.
She's had Kanye West inside of her, and she's got his kid inside of her.
And she, Ray J as well, she fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. Which we all saw on the internet.
Yeah.
I'd say Emma Watson. I kind of like her.
For me, I'm 28 years old. She's a bit on the young side.
Yeah, for me, she's like, I think she might be the same age as me. So Emma, if you're watching,
no. If anyone that knows Emma is watching,
yeah, if you know her,
I just got Nazri in a pack. That's pretty sweet.
It's a shame he's a. Ooh, I nearly said
that's the best pack I've got so far.
How much does he go for?
30,000.
Oh, that's pretty decent then. You got Van Wolfswinkel. You got him in. Every time there's an inform, you get the. But you got him in form.
Yeah, I got him his actual inform.
Yeah. But yeah, I like Emma Watson because I like her personality, and
nobody likes a girl for their personality.
I do. I like her personality. She's got a really nice, well-rounded, curvy personality. The next question is from Adam D, and he says, "When do you think you'll hit 1 million subs?"
Projected from Social Blade, apparently it's like 2 years and 1 week until I hit it. But the rate I'm growing at the moment, I would like to think with the FIFA 14 boom and stuff, I'd be on like 500,000 to 600,000 by the end of this year. So I'm gonna say like by this time next year, maybe
1 million subs.
Wait, what month are we in? April? No, I'd say maybe July next year is where I'm gonna go for.
Do you not think though that given, say, at any one point, the amount of active people watching the FIFA community as a whole is probably not over 1 million? I know JJ has over 1 million subs, but he's constantly on the homepage, and he does all the vlog type comedy videos and stuff.
Yeah, but if you said like this time a year ago, a big FIFA channel was 40 or 50,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah, without doubt, yeah.
So if that's been multiplied by 4 or 5, if you take the same scenario now and multiply by 4 or 5, a big FIFA channel next year will be like 1 million subs.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I guess in my mind, I was sort of comparing it to the COD community and the fact that like it took Woody like.
The thing with the COD community and the FIFA community is that FIFA and football will always be relevant. Like,
yeah,
like the new football season will start, the new FIFA will come out, and people will want to go onto YouTube and find the best players. And you know, like, don't get me wrong, when I've got 1 million subs, I highly expect to have like 800,000 dead subs from people that might have subbed from like 2009 or 2010 that just aren't like, maybe they looked at my channel and I did a video that they liked, they hit subscribe, that I never did another video that they liked, so they just never watched another video, you know. But I think in general, like, because football's always so relevant, that people will just always come on YouTube to find FIFA, you know, to find football.
Nah, yeah, I definitely see that point to it. I actually sort of changed my opinion as I compared it to the COD community because, like, as you say, FIFA and football is, like, they're synonymous with each other almost, and football is it the most popular sport in the world?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So, yeah, it will always have that. And the way as well that EA promote this game and stuff like that, like, it consistently outsells itself every year, doesn't it? Oh, I'd be very surprised if it didn't, so... Yeah, it's weird. I think I'll probably hit 1 million subs in the next week or so. So look out for that. Andy asks, when was the last time you did exactly what you wanted to do?
Right now.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, I'm just doing exactly what I want to do right now.
Pretty much the same for me as well. The next question, Scott, I assume the answer is going to be English, but if you could be any nationality, what would you be?
I'd definitely be English.
I can't imagine wanting to be a different nationality.
No.
Because
I don't get when people support a nation in a tournament that isn't their own.
Yeah, no, that's...
I was sure we was talking about someone the other day that he was like, oh, he's English, but he was like supporting Portugal or something.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I mean, in Euro 2008, I supported Croatia because I got them in a sweepstakes. So you know, I wanted them to win, obviously, because it gets me money.
That's the only time it's acceptable to support someone else.
Like it's, but as well as that, I find I find like taking pride in your country and shit, like that's all kind of alien to me. Like I'm not proud to be Irish, like in the same way that I'm not proud that I was born with blonde hair. Like, you know what I mean? It's all kind of weird. I don't know why you would want to be from a different country, like unless it hardly changes people's perception of you, really, does it? Or
I don't know. The only thing I can understand is like when like my dad eventually wants to move to the States and get like American citizenship. Does that mean he wants to be an American rather than someone that's English, or is it because it's easier to be an American citizen whilst you're in America?
It's a technicality that makes life easier for him in terms of a lot of different things, like that changes his like green card status.
Yeah, but then at that stage, if he has another kid, his child will be American, he'll be English.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And then like, where do your loyalties lie at that stage?
My cousin is I've got family who live in Canada, and the mum is my aunt. She's Irish. My cousin's dad is Chinese, and then she's like half Irish, half Chinese, but lives in Canada. So there's like, but she's technically a Canadian citizen. So like, what do you say about that? Like, how does that form your nationalistic tendencies and things like that?
Yeah,
it's all I don't know.
I can imagine as well people that have got like let's say an English mum and a Scottish dad.
Yeah.
Who do you support?
Well, if the dad is Scottish, then you have to support Scotland because, you know, like the dad is
men are powerful.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah, especially the Scottish ones. Yeah, you don't want to piss off the Scotsman. But yeah, I don't know. It's all a load of bollocks, really, isn't it? When you think about it. Jack Deegan asks, "Do you think informs are worth the coins?"
No.
You
Definitely
don't.
not.
You
No.
would like. What would you say then to apply one of those?
I wouldn't even say apply one of the like from speaking from someone who's had the pleasure of using pretty much any card I want on Ultimate Team. I get more enjoyment out of playing with my sweat squad and beating people, like, because in the sweat squad I got a few 4-star skillers, a 5-star skiller. I get more enjoyment out of playing with that team than I ever have with any team that's got like the ridiculously high expensive players.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I recently had a Serie A team. For anyone who doesn't know, it's like just a fairly standard Serie A team with a couple of expensive players in it, and then eventually I added Inform Conco, Inform Inler, Inform Alejandro Gomez, and Inform Jovetic, and I think that was it. But I found that the team got fucking useless after I added all those cards to it, and I've since sold them, gone back to the normal cards, and had a more enjoyable experience. I don't know though, is that because when you add these better players that it matches you up against tougher opponents?
I don't know how it works. One thing, the only reason why an Inform might be worth the coins is if it changes position from like a left wing to a striker.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or from a striker to a left wing.
Like Labiad, for example.
Yeah, like Labiad as a striker, his Inform card is ridiculously good because it's a striker, like, instead of a right winger.
Yeah.
But in general, like if you go onto like Footwiz or something, they have an overall amount of points that the player has throughout all their attributes in game. The Informs, some of the top Informs have no more than 30 or 40 extra attribute points than some of the regular like 82 or 83 rated cards. Yeah. So you're not actually getting anything better. The things that get improved are the things that you don't actually use in game with that player. For example, like you get someone like a Cam that's got an Inform card that you pay like 500,000 coins for, and the stats that are heavily improved in him are like his stand tackle and his slide tackle and things.
Yeah.
And that's why he's a better card, because the shit that you don't use is what's been improved, and for that reason, like it's pointless.
Having said that, though, how ridiculous did the Inform Gareth Bale, the most
that did look good. But like, for a perfect example, right? The first Inform Jordi Alba and the second Inform Jordi Alba, the first Inform Jordi Alba has better defensive stats than the second Inform Jordi Alba. Like, how does that doesn't even make sense?
The first Inform of him actually looks better. Like the second one, it's like what, a +1 improvement on pace or something.
Yeah, but it's not actually the sprint speed or acceleration.
No, it's not.
Improved.
It's just the thing on the card.
And then he's got worse tackling, worse marking. It just, I don't understand. Like, what they should do for an Inform card is like every time they get an Inform is. Obviously they get an Inform for a reason, so like if a striker scores a hat-trick he gets an Inform.
Yeah.
So improve his like shooting by 5, but improve every other stat by 1 to make him a wholly better card.
Yeah. And as well as that, like, the value of them would probably stay the same if they did that, because I think the main thing that comes from their price is obviously their rarity and the fact that they're like a shiny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. In my limited experience, I'd say they're probably not as well, if that means anything. Multi and Scar asks, who would win in a rap battle, you or KSI?
Me, without any shadow.
Yeah, I have to agree. Having heard JJ rap, I will just leave it there. The next question is from Mr. I can't read your name. What is your favorite childhood memory? That's probably you can't really come up with, like.
No, I mean, like, there's my childhood was very indifferent, to say the least. So yeah, I'd have to actually sit down and think about that and try and rationalise what was good for being a child and what wasn't.
I can't even remember what time I got up at today.
Frank Lampard in a pack.
How much did he go for? He doesn't go
like
down
1,000 coins.
Wow, awesome. Granero, he's so underrated in Ultimate Team. I find
he's good.
He's a good player in real life. Let me see. The next question. What would you want to be if you could start over again in a new life? I guess it's the same thing, isn't it?
If I could start over in a new life, what, are we talking about, like starting from birth and living again, or just like moving to another country and starting again?
If it's a new life, then I'd imagine it's starting from birth. And he says start over again.
Yeah, so if I could start again, knowing what I know now, I would be a fucking millionaire.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt about that.
That's what I'd want to be.
If I was given the opportunity to start over again, I would not take it, because fuck living for another fucking 22 years that you've already lived
would,
through.
because like if I could go back and like right the wrongs that I did in my life, and like I definitely would. If I had that opportunity, I'd definitely take it.
I think I'm genuinely under the assumption that, like, just for a little bit of background about me, I'm someone who, without being too big-headed, like, I'm fairly smart and I'm fairly academic, but I didn't do anything in school. Like, I was always the guy who the teacher said, you can do better, but I didn't put the effort in, and I still, like, from what I know about myself now, I still fundamentally believe that if I was put right back to secondary school right now, I still wouldn't put the effort in, because I'm a spontaneous person, and given the opportunity to procrastinate over like the opportunity to do something that I don't want to do, I'm gonna procrastinate, and that's just who I am. So if like I just fuck starting over again, really, I couldn't be dealing with that. I would be the exact same as I am now. That's what I think, anyways.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, what can you really say? It's Us Gamers says, do you like pie, and if so, what flavour?
It depends what kind of pie. Like if you're talking about like hot pie that like we have here, like pastry, then no, I don't like pie. If you're talking about like apple pie, then fuck yeah, I love pie, and apple pie is my favourite pie. I'm the most is pizza, like, does that that's what they call pie in like
it is, isn't
Italy,
it? Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're like, oh, you want some pie?
Yeah, because I remember saying once, like, what is a pizza pie? Like, what separates it from a pizza and a pie? And someone just said it's just a pizza.
Brzezinski, he's in form. Yes!
Oh,
high
wow,
five!
we got an inform.
We've got an inform. Thomas Rosiski. How has he only got 3-star skill moves? That's retarded.
The fuck is this, EA?
He's such a shit card. This is what I'm saying. He'll probably go for like 50,000 coins. Is he worth it? Fuck no. His regular card is worth fuck all for a reason.
I can name about 20 people right now that I would take over him.
Go on then.
Trapped, Lampret, no. Charlie Mulgrew, no. But seriously, you'd have Trapped over him every single day.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have Ramirez, because you wouldn't use him as a centre attacking midfielder,
No.
would you? Because that's ludicrous. So.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to name all 20 because I declined to comment. Adam says, why do you never reply? It's because he has like 67,000 followers and you're not special. No, just kidding, you are special.
No, Adam, what's up, Adam? Hopefully you're having a good day. Let me know if you are or not in the comment section below.
That he reads through every single comment. Stay then. Oh, why? Tits are ours. The answer's ours.
Yeah, it is.
But what is dench? As an Irish man who doesn't keep up with whatever the hell Frimpong is up to this week.
It's a word that he invented himself. It's like dench, you know?
Right. For anyone who
like
didn't see that.
if a woman walked past and had massive tits, you'd be like, she has got dench tits.
So it's like
I would categorize it as something of importance.
It's one of these words that people use, and I don't know what the fuck it means. And I'm gonna throw another word here into the cauldron. Minted. She's minted. Does that mean that she's rich or that her breasts are large? I don't understand.
Minted means rich.
But
if she's mint, then that's something different.
Oh well, where do you? It's a fucking thing that you put in your mouth to freshen your breath. Where does it come? Where does wealth and fucking tits come into it? Well, I brought tits into it, but still, like, do you ever open bronze packs to look for informs?
Nope.
Never.
No.
You've never.
Nope.
Do you know what the likelihood is? It the exact same?
Yeah. To say like, I would maybe say you got more chance of getting an inform in a bronze pack because less bronze packs are open.
Yeah.
But in general, no.
What you don't open silvers either now?
No.
Sean Regan asks, what leagues and teams do you think should be added to FIFA 14?
The Ukrainian league, because they have like all the fucking 5-star skillers in it.
Yeah, they Shakhtar have a sick amount of Brazilians, don't they? But didn't I read somewhere that they are bringing the Ukraine league in?
It wouldn't surprise me.
I think there was another league that I was really shocked that they didn't have it, but given that I can't remember it, it's probably not that important. Javier says, what's your favourite animal?
Dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
I swear I heard you say before in oh no, someone said if you could choose to be any animal, what would you be? This was in one of your like really early Ruin Randomers, and your reply was, I'd be a lion because rawr.
Yeah, well that's a good thing, you know, that's a good reason.
That's not a good reason.
That's a great reason. Like, if I was a lion though, you wouldn't fuck with me. If I was a dog, you probably would.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But no,
nobody fucks with lions.
I regularly fuck with lions.
I regularly fuck lions.
Is that why all your favourite badges have animals on them?
Yep.
The next question is from Captain Africa, and he says, why don't you do Ruin Randomer much anymore?
I've explained it a fair few times, but in short, I'm not as good at FIFA 13 as I was with the other FIFAs, so for me to do a live commentary, I have to put too much thought into the gameplay, which means there's less thought into the commentary, which means a worse video is made.
That's a very honest answer. Cami says, who do you live with?
I currently live with my girlfriend and Eldenira.
What's it like living
and my
with
dog.
Yeah.
What's it like living with you?
Yeah, I'm a nightmare, aren't I?
Yeah, dude, you sit here and mind your business all day.
Leave the cap off the toothpaste and then put it back on when I'm done using it. Oh, Jesus, it's awful. It's just non-stop banter in this house, I tell you.
Wait, you make it sound like it's horrible.
No, it's awesome. I love it. Please don't kick me out. The next question is... Would you do other Let's Play games on your channel, something completely different like Bioshock Infinite, to keep things fresh?
Yeah, I would actually love to be able to do other Let's Plays, or like to do a Let's Play on this channel, but I've seen what happens when other people do it, and the subscribers go absolutely mental.
Yeah.
And like, that's true to say, like, when I had, I've got a second channel that's got like 25,000 subscribers, and if I put a video up there, it gets like 3,000 or 4,000 views. And even if I promote it through my main channel, it still only gets like 4,000 or 5,000 views. So the fact of the matter is, you guys are here to see FIFA and nothing else. And if I started doing other things, you'd probably stop watching. And I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It would completely change the dynamic of your channel as well. Like, I see you as being the biggest FIFA channel outside of JJ, who doesn't really count because he's just so far ahead that it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, he's not a FIFA channel really anyway, he's a vlog channel. Yeah,
so like I see you as being FIFA gameplay, like also the top FIFA news, because you've got contacts in EA and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Whereas if you were to do like going about with other games and stuff, you might lose that level of exclusivity from like where you are in the FIFA community and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of but like, as you say, you've got another channel, so you can just do it all on that. Curious George says, if you won 1 million of FIFA coins, what would you do with it? Curious George, you should extend your curiosity to the the top right of this video, where it says that he's got like 4 million coins, and then and then move from there. Robert says, why are you not black, lol?
You know what's funny? When I first before I showed my face, so many of my subscribers thought I was black, and I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't think I sound black. Like, I've got a relatively deep voice, but I don't think I sound black. Like,
nah, neither do I. I've never thought that.
Maybe a lot of it comes from like when I would talk about my favourite music and the fact that I like to dance and the hip hop, the urban lifestyle. Like, maybe that comes from a lot of it. But
you are very much the most black white guy that I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, the fact that I rap and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm stereotypically black.
You grew up on the motherfucking streets of Compton.
I did. Well, actually, I grew up in New Addington, which is arguably
the motherfucking streets of Compton.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's definitely the English version of Compton.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So you basically you're black. That's pretty much what we've come away with here.
Okay.
If you could meet one celeb non-football that you haven't met already, who would it be and why? This is I'll
wait. Can we like define what a celebrity is? Because for me, it would be Jenna Marbles because her celebrity status for me is like through the roof. So it would be her, and yeah,
she's definitely a celebrity, no doubt about it. She's one of the most popular channels on YouTube. She's verified on Twitter, which I think adds a lot to your celeb status and stuff. For me though, I don't care about celebrities. Like I can really appreciate music that a certain artist produces, but I have no guarantee that they are true to what they say in their music in real life. And I think that's something that a lot of people kind of misinterpret about like what it means to be a celebrity, is that when you are a celebrity, and I don't want to get too cynical about it, but you're essentially a product that is sold to people, and for that reason I've never really seen the hype. Like there was a time that I would have loved to meet like someone like Trent Reznor or Bruce Springsteen or someone, but now like I couldn't really give a fuck. Like I'm quite happy with where I am and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like,
what's nice is like before I even started YouTube, and when I first started getting big enough to be able to talk to people that I was like fans of in the YouTube community, once like to me they looked like celebrities, you know, they're like these almighty people, but once you get to talk to them even just for a brief minute, you actually just like, you're just a regular person. You're like in the nicest way possible. You're nothing special. You know, like you obviously have a talent at something. You're gifted, which is why you're where you are. But you're just a person. You're just a regular person. You don't have like fucking. You don't shit gold, or do you know what I mean? Like you don't sneeze fucking platinum. Like
that is something that when we went to Eurogamer last year, and like I saw, like I met Tom Syndicate, and that was like he had like over 1 million subs at the time, I think, and he is a fucking big deal, let's face it. And like he was being mobbed by people looking for autographs and stuff. And then we went out to dinner, and like I was sitting like at the same table as him, and I was talking to him and stuff. And it's like he's just a normal guy who just likes normal things.
Yeah,
he's just
plays video games.
Yeah, he's just a guy who plays video games. Yeah, like there is nothing that. I don't know how to explain it.
There's nothing special about it.
Yeah, no, that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
But in the nicest way possible. It's kind of bizarre. It's the same, like, you almost expect them to be, because they are so popular, you expect them to be of a higher something. You expect some kind of aura to surround them and stuff, but it's not really like that. I guess like I know Steve from Codeline, and he's just a normal guy, and I see people around him all the time, and he hasn't changed to. He's just a normal guy.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I don't know. It's all things and stuff, but mostly stuff. The next question from Freddie Mercury, who is actually back from the dead, just asked this question: how did you miss the open goal in the Pro Club series?
I decided to miss on purpose to make better video quality for JJ, because his channel's in need of it right now.
Yeah, his channel's dying out. The next question from Kieran is: what's your biggest achievement in life?
Probably getting 240,000 subscribers on YouTube.
You reckon? Yeah, like, that's pretty difficult to top. In all fairness. But then again, you've ran your own business for years.
I run a multi-million-pound business.
You own your own house.
I own my own house. I drive a BMW. I've got a pretty sweet life.
Y'all bitches better recognise. The next question from Manuel says, when are you releasing your next track? This is also something that I want to know.
I have it written already, and I've asked, like, I've spoken to a few people about this already. I need a female singer to sing the hook, but I'm very, very specific about the kind of voice that I want on the track. And I've had a few people that I've talked to, and their voice just doesn't suit it. So as soon as I can find a suitable female artist to sing the hook, I will release it. Maybe for like 250 is probably a bit quick, because I'll be there in like a week. But maybe for like 300,000 subscribers. And on the note of 250k as well, guys, I said for my 200,000 subscriber video that I'll do a house tour, which I'm still planning to do, but I'm at 240 now, maybe even 241 or 242 by the time you're watching this video. those 42,000 subs have come in such a short period of time. I didn't expect to be this quick into 250 before I made, you know, I thought I'd have a few weeks to make the video. But on the same note, JJ's million subscriber video was going to be a him jumping out of a plane, and he's nearly at 2 million now, and he still hasn't done that. So before you get on my back, go on his back.
Yeah, go fucking annoy him about it. Yeah. The next question from Big Eye, it's a similar thing. What happened to playing your girlfriend for 150k subs?
Yeah, like I think actually I didn't do a 100k video. I didn't do a 150k video.
No.
I haven't done a 200k video yet.
You're
One day,
bad.
guys. Yeah.
About the whole track thing, we could cut Kieran's bollocks off and then...
Do you know what? He'd actually fit well on it.
Yeah. Kieran, if you're watching, get your fucking act together. He's meant to be the one who filmed the house.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
So he... A lot of...
Nice one, Kieran.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Jesus Christ. You know who you are. The next question, who's more of a traitor to Arsenal? RVP, Clichy or Nasri? Can I answer this?
None of them.
Yeah, none of them.
Yeah.
Fuck off with this notion that just because you leave a club that you're a traitor to them. Like, what? Where does this fucking come from? Especially, like... I know, I'm not even going to get into it because I'll be called
One of the funniest things as well with Arsenal is people are like, Arsenal haven't won anything for 8 years, and lol, your players leave your club. Wait, let's put... Arsenal haven't won anything for 8 years. Players want to leave the club to go and find clubs that win things within this 8 years. They're not traitor to the club. They're honest to themselves that they want to go and win trophies, and to do that they have to go to other clubs.
The Van Persie thing, right? Like, I know he went from Arsenal to United, and for a lot of people that's a bitter pill to swallow because of the rivalry between the two and how close that they once were. But Robin Van Persie had a really bad Euro 2012, was it?
Yeah.
With
Holland,
Holland. And I think that on reflection after that tournament, he realised he wasn't going to win silverware with his nation. So he said, do you know what, like, I haven't got many years left in my career. Like, you know, he's still got a few, but... I'd say he just thought, like, this is my only chance to win silverware. And on top of that as well, it was published that City offered him, like, much more money than Man United did, but he went to Man United. So, like, in my opinion anyways, as subjective as it is, he genuinely wanted just to win silverware, and I don't think you should hold it against him, but that's probably like, you know, screaming at the wailing wall or whatever.
Yeah.
Jimmy asks, who do you think will win the Champions League?
The eventual winner of the Champions League will be the team that wins all the games up to the final of the Champions League.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it is. I won't be a dickhead about it, Jimmy. I'll answer your question. I reckon. I think.
See, that's why I answer, because you can't, like, if last year if I'd have said to you Chelsea are going to win the Champions League, you would probably slap me in the face.
Yeah, with a wet fish probably. Yeah. But I think Barca will win it just because I really want to.
I think Barca will win it every fucking year.
Yeah, that's pretty much. But I kind of have this weird feeling that a certain amount of
je ne sais quoi.
Yes, surrounds Jose Mourinho. Like, there's something about that guy, and the fact that Real Madrid are into this. Is it the semis next? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're into the semis.
Well, they got. Did they? Yeah, they won against
Gala.
Right,
yeah. I just think that because he's leaving at the end of the season, like he was leaving at the end of the season with Inter as well, and it was kind of publicized before that.
As well.
Yeah, like it's. He just does it, you know. Like, they don't have much to play for in the league because they're definitely not going to win the league. And I think Jose just has the ability as a his ability to coach the players psychologically as well as physically. I just think that he will be able to pull that off, you know.
Yeah.
So Madrid are a good shout, but you know, could be any one of 4 teams.
Yeah. Well, there's still 6 teams left, aren't there?
There is, yeah, but I think Barca should be PSG tonight. Dancy asks what he's most proud of. We already covered that. Pumis, I hope that's how you pronounce your name, says, wouldn't it be awesome if you could put your own songs in FIFA?
Apparently you can. I actually spoke about this in a video the other day. Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know if you can do it in FIFA, but I have definitely done it
on PlayStation.
In
you can do it.
Yeah, you can put it onto the PlayStation, and then I believe there's a way to access the settings from the game itself to change the tracks up. But
the only thing with that is, anyway, I wouldn't be able to do that because
of YouTube,
my videos would get taken down for copyright.
But I do agree that it's fucking awful listening to the same songs over and over again, especially this year when it's such a poor soundtrack.
Pizarro, he was in form last week.
Oh, he was. Yeah, he scored that hat trick, or 4, wasn't it? He scored 4.
Yeah.
That guy goes for like 600 coins. That's a shit pack.
Yeah.
What's the formation card?
Probably nothing.
3+2. That goes for like 1,000. Where even are we? Who will win the Europa League? That's a more difficult. I think Lazio this year for some reason. Something just makes me think.
I'm not a fan of the Europa League. I don't follow it. I don't watch it. Like,
do you know why I think that is though? I think it's the way the English clubs just don't care about it, and therefore like the coverage of it isn't significant.
Yeah.
Like I find it quite frustrating that it's a respectable trophy to win.
No, it's not.
It is though. How isn't it?
Tell that to Football Manager fans. You get like 2 million for winning that. Fuck that, dude.
Yeah, right, fair enough. But like AVB did it, and he got a job at Chelsea. 28 best games of his life. Erkut says, "What do you think of Galatasaray?" We watched them play last night.
Yeah, I mean they've got a lot of good players in their team.
They do.
You know, like Schneider, Drogba, and Schneider
And Drogba.
And they've also got this Dutch guy called Schneider.
Didier Pogba, Wesley Schweinsteiger, Paul Drogba.
they got loads of people.
They've got Robbie Keane. Oh no, he plays for LA Galatasaray. I thought their fans were fucking awesome last night.
Yeah, they were.
I know that's something you can get hate for because it's perceived that
I've
Turkish
got
fans
Valdivia,
are,
by the way, like 4 times, man. That's retarded.
He can go fuck himself. But it's there's a certain perception in Britain and Ireland that Turkish fans are really, really violent. And while I'd say a minority of them are violent, their fans in the stadium last night were fucking awesome. But they didn't all sing the Fandango tune, and that kind of annoyed me a little bit. Echo asks, do you find it hard to find the time for your family and girlfriend now since YouTube blew up and work commitments?
Somewhat, but not really. I mean, I've always had the sort of relationship with my girlfriend where like we both run our own business, so like time together has been always a premium, and so we still get that time together now. Like it's no more or less than it was even like 3 or 4 years ago before I was doing YouTube.
I'd like to say as an observer, like without being too intrusive or putting too much of your personal life out there, I think you and your girlfriend have like the most awesome balance between like life, work, and like all that stuff. It's really I don't know, it's something that I never really knew existed, that 2 people could cooperate on things so well. So well done, man.
Yeah, cheers,
you've got a nice life. Well done. Matthias says, your favourite place to be in the holidays?
I like the States. Wait, is that Agbonhor? Wow, I thought that was. I went to Miami. That was pretty cool. South Beach was pretty awesome. I went on a cruise around the South Caribbean. That was pretty awesome. But to be honest, like I took a holiday again before I did YouTube about 3-4 years ago when the new Football Manager came out. I took 2 weeks off work just to play Football Manager for 2 weeks.
I think I remember.
And that was an incredible holiday. Like I really, really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I've done the same. I've taken time off work for Call of Duty releases and things like that, and it's like a lot of people say like, oh, is that not sad? Like, no, I'm enjoying myself. Like, and I'm still being totally social when I play COD.
Yeah, because
like,
you talk to people whilst you play the game. Yeah.
How much time have we spent in Skype calls playing games?
Oh,
and
fucking! I spend probably about 8 hours a day in Skype calls with people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like I'm essentially living in your house for a certain amount of time. So yeah, fuck off with your no one said it. I invented something in my head and got mad at it there. That's probably the worst thing. Giroux Piercy says, have you ever wanted to become a footballer when you were growing up?
Yes. That's the thing I wanted to become when I was growing up.
Yep. Chris Moose says, why do you say Dede the centre back? We want to know. This is my fault.
This is his fault, yeah.
So Nep came over to stay with me in Ireland about over a year ago.
Yeah, say about a year or so ago.
I think it was February 2012. And I had a full Celtic team on FIFA 12, and Nep was like, nah, we're not playing with this. So he built me like a Brazilian sweat team for about 5k coins, and I just kept saying Dede the centre back because there used to be a guy called Dede who played left back for Borussia Dortmund for a long time, another Brazilian player, and I was like, is that Dede and Nep was like, no, it's Dede the centre back, and it
became like a joke. Like we'd make a run up the field with him. We'd go, oh my god, we're going up the field with Dede the centre back.
Yeah,
and it's kind of stuck since then. And like now, I genuinely say it naturally. Like I'm like, this is Dede the centre back.
Yeah, so
like it's one of those things that I don't mean to say it. I just do.
That's his name though, so y'all motherfuckers better recognise. The next question from Gunnar Madrid. Fuck off. Where in the world do you want to travel? Guess America.
Anywhere that's got good internet. Yeah.
Is there anywhere like that you would go purely for the scenery and the sort of like relaxing vibe, or are you just not bothered?
I'm not really fussed about that, but at the same time I say that, but like I'm not a huge fan of beaches and stuff. Like I don't like going to the beach or whatever. But like when I went to the States last year, maybe the year before, and I was like just sitting on the beach. I had my like Arcos, which is like a mini hard drive that you can watch films on, and just like laying on the beach watching a film. Like I don't know, like media is so heavy in my life.
It's crucial.
Like I can't live without. Like I also have like a tendency to always have to be doing something with my hands. Like so, if I'm sitting in the tube, like even if I'm walking in the street, I'll have my phone between my fingers and I'll be like flicking it around.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I do that on the tube now.
Oh really?
Yeah, like for no one can see this, but I'm just like this on the tube like all the time now, and it's
that's something that I've. Like all my life, I've always had something in my hands. Usually, my huge cock, but
which he has in his hands right now, and it's not awkward at all.
But I guess because I play video games so much, I'm used to having something there, and it almost like I don't know, it calms me down or whatever. But so social media, like the fact you got iPhones and tablets and stuff, I have to have something like that with me. Otherwise, I just feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I really like just doing what I would normally do, except doing it in the sun. Like when I went to Barcelona there, like I've been there twice in the last 6 months or something like that, but it's just I go to the Irish pub, like I drink in the Irish bar, I meet Irish people and stuff, but I like sitting out on the terrace with like the sun beaming down on me, like with a pint in my hand, and it's just, I don't know, it's something that you don't get over here, and I don't know, I like it.
Yeah, when I went to Rome, actually, I went to Rome about 18 months ago with Lauren, and I love things like Vatican City and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, like if the teacher tried to teach me that at school, I'd laugh him off and be like I don't want to learn this, it won't help me in life at any stage. But if I like it myself, like if I go there and I look at it, I'll look at it and I think, fuck, this is amazing. And I'll come home and I'll actually research it and look into why it's good and watch documentaries and stuff like that. And Vatican City and like the
he's doing a weird motion with his hand.
You know,
the YMCA.
You know what I'm looking for? The Colosseum.
Yeah,
the Colosseum.
Yeah, the Colosseum. Yeah. Me and my friends went to. I know I said Barcelona twice now, but we went there about 6 months ago. I know, fuck it, Jesus, it'd be more than that now. Probably about 9 months ago. And we went to this massive, big fuck off cathedral thing that they've been building for the last 6 billion years. And it's called like the Gaudi or something. He's the guy who built it, and
Mahatma Gaudi.
Yeah, Mahatma Gaudi. Brought peace to India. Yeah. You know, represent bitches. But we bought my mate bought a book about it, and we were reading all about it and how long it would take and all. And like we didn't even go in for the fucking tour, but we read all about it and looked at it and shit, and it was cool. Like I like all that stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I want you guys to hear something as well, because this is the sound of life.
Victory. That's Nep opening a cold beer. He was lying to you all these times. The next question from Joey Tribbiani. How you doing? He says, when will you do another Omegle chat?
This is honest to God, guys, right? I have so many ideas floating around in my head as to what I would love to do for videos for you guys. And I've just never got around to doing them, or never had the time, or never had the drive, or because some of them require days of editing, you know, like stupid time that I just don't have. And not only do I not have the time, but I don't have the ability to edit them. But doing like an Omegle Q&A every single week, like once a week, is something that I had planned on doing. And yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll get around to it, but it's one of those things that it takes a video slot up from FIFA, so it would kind of push my channel more towards vlogs than FIFA, and I really don't want to do that. So I don't know, it's just one of those weird things. It will happen one day.
It is true what he says about ideas, and sometimes just to be a bit of a cunt, I just throw more ideas at him and watch him try and process those, and then he gets so much ideas in his head that he explodes. But the next question from Alex Byrne.
2,500 coins.
What's your favourite YouTube video you've ever uploaded?
Favourite YouTube video I've ever uploaded is the video, I think it's episode 12 of FIFA 12 Ruin a Randomer.
Yeah, that was incredible.
I went 4-0 down at half time against this guy, and I was fucking mad. I was raging my bollocks off, and I ended up coming back to win 6-4. And you can just hear in my voice how fucking satisfied with my life I was at that stage. But the other video that I done that was really good was the opening to Play to Win in FIFA 13.
Was fucking epic, that video.
It was a really, really good video. A9 Skills did the voiceover for it and stuff, and it was just an incredible video. Yeah, it was really good.
I shed a tear.
Yeah, I shed too.
Yeah. D Treats Gaming says, do you honestly think you will ever get a reply from Jenna Marbles?
No. Do you know what's funny? Like, I've actually stopped doing that as well, because it became like a few people got frustrated with it, but it started off me saying hi to her for like the lols, like, because I think I liked one of her videos and somebody like had a go at me or something for liking Jenna Marbles. So I thought, no, fuck you, like I can do what I want. So I said hi. But if you actually look at her Twitter, it's very, very rare that she replies to anyone. Like, most of her tweets are promoting something or telling people where she is or what she's doing, and none of them are actually replies to people. So it just become a bit of a joke that I'd say it and you guys would all be like, one day, Nep, one day, and then I'd just stop saying it, because one day it won't happen. Like, it just won't, because she doesn't reply to fans on that Twitter. So yeah, I stopped.
I've seen a lot of people copying you though, like trying to get a reply from their like favorite personality, and I've seen a lot of hi Lucy Pinders going on and stuff. You have to pick a celebrity who interacts with people regularly and who doesn't have a massive amount of followers.
I would say, guys, honestly, anyone that's got more than 500,000 followers, don't even bother.
Yeah.
I'd say 500,000 is the limit, and look to make sure they've got. I probably wouldn't do anything if they've like any less than 5,000 tweets, maybe even 10,000 tweets. There's just no point, because they don't check their Twitter regularly enough.
Yeah, they're not all up in that.
I actually had this debate. By the way, we've just hit the hour mark, guys. So if you're still here, congratulations and thank you very much.
And leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment saying we lasted an hour. Although one person will leave that and they'll be like, oh, that must be something to do with the hour mark. Let me go and look.
Yeah.
Oh, we lasted the hour.
No, don't say that. Right? Don't say that. Like, specifically, don't say that. Say victory tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, there we go.
That works.
So I was talking to someone the other day about social media and Twitter, and I was asking people why, like, for you guys that follow celebrities, why do you follow celebrities that have like no tweets? Like Beyonce, for example, she's got one fucking tweet. Four tweets, whatever, and millions of followers. Why would you follow her? Like, what's the point?
Because one day, Nep, one day.
No, not one day. This is bullshit.
I recently started watching Sophia. No, I didn't start watching her. I started watching Modern Family. Right now, I've only seen about 4 episodes of it, and it's not really my thing, but it's quite enjoyable, and it's taken me by surprise. But there's a woman in that called Sofia Vergara. And oh my sweet cunting Jesus Christ Lord, she's fucking amazing and I love her. So I followed her on Twitter, and all she ever fucking posts is like her dinner that she eats on Instagram. And I'm one of those people that I don't click Instagram links. If it doesn't open automatically on Twitter, then fuck off. I'm not clicking it unless it's Gaiazo, because I know it's Gaiazo. But I don't know why I followed her, and I'm probably going to unfollow her next week, because like she doesn't fucking do anything. But like maybe she'll accidentally tweet out her tits or something next week. I don't know. But yeah, it's I don't know. Like Beyonce is a good example. Like I don't know why someone would do that. But then again, aren't there apps and shit that Twitter uses to? You can download this app and it will register your interests through like. Not algorithm, like all that kind of shit anyways, and it'll follow people automatically for you. So I would say that's probably where that comes from.
Maybe. But I just like, but somebody tried to argue back that like I'm a celebrity to some people and I don't reply, and it's like I've got like 35,000 tweets. I definitely reply to a lot of people.
Yeah. No, there's anyone who says that you don't is
wrong.
Stupid. Yeah. But yeah, it's a funny thing. Like I know that there's a website called Cracked.com, and they have all these interesting articles and shit, and I love it. And I've tweeted about it from time to time. And one of the writers followed me, and I was really surprised by this because I didn't follow him. So I clicked on his profile, and he follows like 8,000 people. And I have no doubt in my mind that he's got an app that just follows people automatically for him, because it's searched for Cracked and stuff like that. So
that's another thing. Like I don't get people that follow like thousands of people. You don't read tweets.
Nah, there's no way.
You don't read your tweets. Like, it wouldn't make sense to me to do that. Like, I'd rather follow, like, I follow like 240 people or something like that. And even now, I can barely keep up with the amount of tweets on my timeline. There's obviously like periods of time, like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, where it's slow as shit, and I sit there and I think, fuck, I should follow more people because this is boring. But then it gets to like the daytime, and I'm like, somebody will be like, did you see that tweet from such and such? I'm like, no, when? And they're like 3 minutes ago, dude. And it'll be like 1 billion tweets down.
I think, anyways, with Twitter, like, one person will tweet something and then 100 other people will just copy that exact tweet and give no credit to the person who came up with it. And
yeah, like my Newcastle joke that got fucking top
put
on.
Yeah, put on Wikipedia. Yeah, I made a joke about a certain football club who may or may not be rivals with my football club. And it was in good spirits and all. And the joke, I got like 30 retweets or something, which was a lot for me at the time. And it's still a lot for me. I haven't grown since then. But I went onto Wikipedia and I put the joke on Wikipedia because I've got a Wikipedia account. And like 2 days later, someone retweeted that joke onto my timeline that the Paddy Power official Twitter account tweeted. And I was so fucking pissed that the cheek of them to just go and steal that joke from Wikipedia and tweet it on their account. And then everyone will go like, oh lol, Paddy Power account is so funny. It's like, it isn't. They've just stolen everything, completely like unsourced it and put it out there to the It pisses me off. I've got them blocked now anyway, so...
People need to hurry up and start buying my stuff because I need some space.
Trade pile getting jacked up, yo.
Yeah, I've got one spot left in it, and I don't want to get like another Ronaldo and be like have to discard him because I can't put him anywhere.
You shouldn't have bothered putting that shooting thing in.
They usually sell really quick.
The contracts should sell because I've seen that you're
like even the fitness cards, like 250, they should sell instantly for. Like
nah, they don't sell anymore. Like I find it real difficult.
Yeah, some dickhead made a video about fitness cards.
Yeah, let's be honest. Like whoever he is,
look, that one just sold there, and you just told me they don't sell. You're wrong.
Well, you know what? You just bought that on your other account to make me look bad. That's what happened.
Lol.
Do you think the Minecraft community will end up like the FIFA and COD community? Can I just say something on this?
No.
Okay.
No, you can't. Go ahead.
I don't get what the fuck people mean. Like, I've seen so many tweets and shit like, oh my god, the FIFA community is becoming just like the COD community. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. It's not anything. Shut up.
I tell you, like, from experience, like when I first started making videos and people used to say like, oh, like I love the FIFA community, it's so much better than the COD community, and all I would see from people in COD is like bitching and videos like hating on other directors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in fairness, that is what happens in the FIFA community now, but only because it's so much more popular and there's so many more people doing it that it's bound to happen. You know, like you're bound to have falling out with people. Like you can't help that. That's just life.
It's not becoming like the COD community. It's just becoming like a community.
Yeah, like a real community.
This is what happens with society. It's you know what I mean.
You have arguments with your family. Like it's like going to school and being like, let's not be like that school's community. We never argue.
Yeah,
and then having one argument, we're coming like their community.
Exactly. It's kind of the same rationale that comes into nationalism and things like that, where you like, oh my god, the French protest all the time and shit like that. Whereas no, everyone protests. Like they just it's all fucking taken out of context and applied to a broad spectrum of people where it doesn't really belong, and that's what I think. So yeah.
Yeah.
Ollie said, if I was a squirrel and you were a tree, could I put my nuts inside of you?
Sure.
That's pretty weird. Giroux again. Can you wank while looking at yourself in the mirror?
Sure.
I think the correct question should be, how many times have you done it? I think I'm in the hundreds at this stage, but I can't be entirely sure. Lewis says, who would you put in the BPL Team of the Year? That's quite a good question. I like that.
It is a good question. There's been a few videos already made on that.
Yeah.
And I would agree with most of those people, but if I'm being perfectly honest, it's just the Arsenal starting 11. You know.
Yeah, I'd put Charlie Mulgrew, even though he doesn't even play in that league. But it's going to be Bale, Suarez. I reckon Bale's Team of the Year card will be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's going to be insane.
Yeah, but you probably already know. Like, I agree with what you said about it's already been done and stuff like that. Dan says, have you been chum certified?
Yes, I have been chum certified. Not in a video though, but I have been chum certified.
Dan's the coolest guy, man. I've seen him around on Twitter a lot. He retweets
yeah.
everything that I say, and he's only ever replied to me twice.
Yeah, he retweets. I guess he has a bot that retweets his.
No. He does. He if you click on his profile, his bio actually says tweeting is too mainstream. I just retweet or something like that. I don't know. He's a really cool guy. George says, which formation do you like the most in Ultimate Team?
I really like the 4-3-3 and the 3-5-2.
It's weird for me because I really like both of those as well, but I find that they both get when I use both of those formations in Division 1, I get cut to pieces. And and I find that I have to use one like 4-2-3-1. So I don't know. I'd like to explore the formations a little bit more, but I use 4-5-1, and I found that to be like successful 50% of the time, and then the rest of the time it's fucking annoying. But I don't know.
Successful 50% of the time, all the time.
So this guy's just tweeted you a picture. That doesn't mean that he got it though.
Yeah, he would have got Fabregas in it. It doesn't actually mean it. Like, he could have faked that, but why would you? It's a photograph of his TV, so he definitely got it.
But could he not have just gone to the Team of the Week screen?
No, you'd see the little bit just above it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, well done.
Yeah, like, I am a little bit mad because I've been here for a fucking hour opening packs, and I've only got Rosicki is the only Rosicki and Nasri so far, the only decent packs I've got.
Yeah, and you've spent a shitload of money. Why did you change the name? This is why I'm hot to player reviews. That name was epic. I don't think that's necessarily what you did, is it?
No, I mean, like, I started doing. I don't know. Like, I don't have a reason as to why I started changing it. I don't recall changing it, to be honest. Like,
yeah, I don't remember that happening either. Do you think the info? Yeah, we've already discussed that. How come you've magically become epic on clubs?
The thing with clubs is that you kind of, the people you play with are real important in clubs. And if I play with JJ and Calfreezy, I don't do good because they don't understand how I play and I don't understand how they play. So we play completely different styles of football. It's like when I don't know, like, it's like when fucking Veron came to Man United and he just flopped massively, even though he's a world-class player. And then he went to Chelsea and he played incredible for Chelsea. It's kind of like that. It's like when I play with AA9 skills, when I play with Shifty, when I play with Zerka, when I play with Air Japes, like, they get me and I get them, and so we play really good clubs together. But when I play with people that don't understand my style, it just falls apart, man, and it's embarrassing as well because I'm a really good clubs player.
Wouldn't it be funny if this wasn't recording this whole time and we just had this massive conversation?
Yeah, I'd be pissed off, man. I'd be really pissed.
I'd just leave. I don't think I'd be able to handle that. Victor says acceleration or sprint speed. I assume he means which one is the one that you would look out for the most.
It depends what player you've got.
Yeah, I agree.
So sprint speed would be better for a striker or a winger because, like, if you send a through ball pass and you already past the defender, you want to get that max sprint speed so that you can stay away from the defender. But for like a centre back, you want the acceleration because you want that short burst so that you can catch back up with a striker.
100%. Fabian says, "What do you think of KSI's little brother?"
I think he's the old KSI. I think he's hilariously funny and much better than KSI.
Whoa.
JJ will hate me for that. No, he's really funny. I like his videos. I like the fact that he plays like a wide range of games on his channel as well. So
yeah, his like special videos are quite funny as well.
Yeah.
Who would be in your BPL team this season? You've already said Ibrahimovic or Eto'o. Before Barca made that transfer, when they paid like 40 million plus Eto'o for Ibra, that's what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought that was ridiculous.
Oh wow!
Like,
look at that. 3,660,000 and then 3,600 FIFA points. That's
and
nuts.
People say there's no scripting.
Yeah, there's definitely scripting.
Yeah.
How have I got 0-0-0? That's weird. Whatever.
Yeah, that's
fuck this game.
Yeah, fuck everything right now. But I would have said at the time that's outrageous. You want to keep Eto'o, but I think Ibra has really, really come on, like, and properly grown into the player that everyone hoped he would be. And Eto'o, I can't comment on because he's out in the Russian league, and I don't know. He could still be an incredible player. I've not really watched a lot of him though. Yeah,
I don't really watch the Russian league. It's weird though because they get a lot of really good players over there.
Yeah, they do. It's the oil money, really.
Yeah.
They paid 26 million to get Danny over there. Like, that's pretty mental. And like, what was it, like 9 million for McGeady and stuff?
If you're talking about FIFA though, I haven't really played with Eto'o too much. But when I played with Ibrahimovic, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought he would be terrible because of his pace, but because he's so strong and has those skills, like the ball control is epic. Like, he's really, really good.
Is he basically like a Mario Gomez type guy
with 5-star skills?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's pretty epic then. But you'd go for Eto'o, wouldn't you? Because he's like 5k or something. Whereas Ibra's like 700k.
He's like 1 billion coins.
Why do you look like Definition from Don't Flop? Says Dean.
Because YOLO.
Yeah, YOLO is definitely the reason. I'm just looking at I had to refresh Twitter because, you know, Nepo's such a big deal and all that shit. By the way, he doesn't look like every man with a beard ever. What do you think about Fandango and his theme song?
Yeah, I hate his theme song, and he's a ridiculous person. But from now forever going forwards, he will be known as the legend that was Monday Night Raw.
That crowd, man, it was. I mean,
for contracts, man. Fuck, 6 contracts in a pack. That's retarded.
Just discard those. Don't even bother selling them.
No, dude, that's like 1,500 coins you're asking.
I don't give a flying fuck to a rolling donut. What it is? You don't have enough space in your trade pile. What if you pull an amazing card next and you have to discard it?
I still got 20 places in my trade pile. It's cool.
Stuffed crust or cheesy bite?
Stuffed crust.
You tried. What was the hot dog stuffed crust
horrible.
like? Was it?
No, I don't.
Let me see. I have to read through these questions differently, and it's kind of annoying. What are your expectations for Arsenal next year?
I expect that we'll be just as shit as we were this year.
Oh, we're seeing a lot of duplicate questions here. Why do you call him dead out of centre back? For FIFA 14, do you think there should just be single matches or single matches and seasons or seasons but with matchmaking? There is matchmaking.
Do you know what I'd prefer? So let me actually, whilst we're on FIFA, let me just finish this pack and I'll show you something that I wish that they would improve. And I get this from the World Cup game. So on the World Cup game, you used to be ranked by ranking points essentially, but you could see where you was ranked. And on FIFA, if you go to, let's come out of this. This is where FIFA crashes and this all video comes apart and stuff. If you go to play match and then go to online season. Come on, game. Please.
Dun, dun, dun.
Please, just load.
This is why FIFA can fuck off. I'm gonna go buy PES right now.
Hey guys, remember that time I ordered PES like 2 months ago? It never came.
Yep.
And Play.com charged me as well. Like, it's actually gonna crash. This is retarded.
Why did you have to ask that question? Look what you've done.
Let's keep going through the questions. We'll come back to this one.
Right, so the next one I saw was if NepentheZ has an Ultimate Team card, which we're...
Here we go.
Good, because I didn't really want you to answer that question.
So they got leaderboards here, and you go into leaderboards, and you can see like the amount of points you've earned. Oh, look at that, I've earned more points than those guys that are on my friends list. The titles won, look at that, 8 titles, booyakasha! And the number of seasons completed. It should give you like your overall win-loss record here, and rank you according to like how many points you get. And if you get matched up against someone who's got more points than you and you win, you obviously gain a lot of points. But if you lose like a minimal amount of points. Do you know? And like rank it like that. So when you go into seasons, you don't necessarily come up against someone in Division 5 if you're in Division 5 or Division 1 if you're in Division 1. You come up against someone who's got a similar amount of ranking points to you.
Yeah, I totally agree. And if it fluctuates as much as your idea whereby you lose and you lose points, that's good, because I find that I'll scrape my way into Division 1 with a silver team, but once I get into Division 1, I'm coming up against cunts who have like fucking ridiculous teams and shit, and I don't think that's fair. Whereas if I was up against someone with my ability, I think regardless of teams, it would still be a more interesting game.
Yeah, it'd be a much better game. And then, so that's what I would do for seasons, and then I would also have like a head-to-head mode where you just play against random people no matter what your like ranking is.
Yeah.
But you can see what team and star rating they have first. So
yeah, like if you think about it, Call of Duty has that competitive matchmaking now.
Yeah.
And you can see when you're in the pre-game lobby what your opponent's KDRs are.
Yeah.
So you can tell immediately what type of player they'll be. Like, you can just tell by looking at them. And it doesn't...
Falcao. Yay! Another good player. Fong Kong.
But it doesn't harm the game or your enjoyment of the game in any way. So I don't see why there is none of that, you know? Will you do some trading in your series?
No, because last time I did a trading video, people laughed at it because I only made like 20,000 in an hour or something.
Yeah, bitches. Dan Fitzpatrick says, "Why are you Seamus?" Right. What we should totally do is you go on Omegle, right, and we like learn a script where I talk like Seamus and you just move your mouth to it, and we could actually convince people that you're Seamus. You just don't look anything like him. But whatever. Like we can get past that, fella. Walcott or Ox, says Tom Newark.
Walcott's the better player right now, but Ox I think has more potential.
Yeah, Ox looks like a better all-around player, but yeah, I would say the same. What do you think EA will actually add to FIFA 14? I think you should watch the series where he talks about that. Reese says, do you think City's win versus United will mean City have a chance of winning the title?
Nope.
Yeah, absolutely not. Hi Nep, do you have any player reviews coming up?
No, I haven't done a player review for a long time. I really should. But I tell you what's funny, guys. Like, I made this account to do everything on, and I really enjoy using this account. But the further into it I get, the more I think it would be so much easier if I just had an account where I did player reviews on. Because right now, if I did a player review with someone and played like 15 games with them, you'd be like, well, what happened to the rest of the goals in that game? I thought this account was about showing us everything, and it is a little bit more difficult to do that. So I don't know, I'm kind of in two minds as to where I'm going with this series right now. I might get to like episode 100 and restart and do it a bit different or something. I don't know, like I'm really like unsure as to what to do. So if you've got any ideas, put them in the comment section. If you're still here, wow.
If you're still here, man, I like wherever you live, I'll buy you a beer at some point if we ever meet, because that's like, this is an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, this is a fucking long video.
Yeah.
And I've only got one inform, man.
Yeah.
This is retarded. People think I've got good pack luck. I only show you the good packs because people on YouTube only want to see good packs, but this is retarded.
Yeah, this is nuts. I can't believe this has been an hour and 20 minutes. It's been so long that we're getting the same questions here, but Christopher says, why don't many people use Ribéry for a 90 rated player? Hardly ever see him in people's teams. I believe that's down to his cost.
Yeah, just he's too expensive.
He is too expensive. And Robin as well. He's ridiculously expensive for... Like, I'm sure he adds a lot to the team and all, but there's...
Like I said earlier, though, like Gonzalez from the Russian league, in my opinion, is one of the best left mids I've used on FIFA 13. Like, I don't think he's any better than Robin or, like, you know, Ribéry, whoever plays on the left side. I'd much rather use Gonzalez because he's cheaper.
Yeah, I agree. Do you watch any anime?
No, not a big fan of that at all.
I think the most anime I've ever watched was Linkin
Park.
Park's video for Breaking the Habit a few years back. Lewis Selwood says, when's your next rap out? Kinda already covered that.
already sorted that one out.
Have you ever considered travelling to Sweden?
Yes, one of my best friends lives in Sweden, so...
Freddie.
Yeah,
Freddie's awesome.
Freddie is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will one day go to Sweden.
I'd love to go to Sweden. I actually considered travelling there to see Bruce Springsteen last year, but it's ridiculously expensive for beer over there and stuff, well, judging from what I've seen. I don't know why that is, but if you know why and you're still here watching this video, why don't you let me know? Do you wish they would introduce legends to Ultimate Team?
No, I do not. The reason why, like, I had this conversation with a fellow YouTuber the other day, and they were like, how awesome would it be if you had legends on Ultimate Team? And I was kind of like, it wouldn't be awesome at all, because first of all, they'd have to be super, super rare, which means they'd be completely unattainable for the average person. Which means that they'd be price fixed, which means nobody would ever get to use them because some jealous wanker would just have them all.
Yeah, like Ronaldo and Messi now.
Yeah, and imagine if you did get, like, when Hyopsith made that video and had that green Ronaldo, imagine how much he would go for. He would go for like 10 million coins.
Even more.
Yeah, which means if you got him in a pack, you would ruin, like, it would ruin FIFA for you, because you'd sell him, you'd have unlimited coins, and trust me, guys, when I do Road to Glories and do it without it putting coins and stuff into it and just build up a team from scratch, how you're supposed to do it, and win Division 1, that's so much more satisfying than putting real money or buying coins or something, put them in, building a team, and then shitting on people. Like, it's not satisfying doing that. Like, it really, really ruins the FIFA experience.
Yeah, I've found that as well. Like, the most fun I've ever had was the Road to Glory style. Like, there's so much more purpose to it, and it's a struggle, but it's a good struggle, and you improve a lot more as well that way. Like when you kind of develop from the bottom up and shit like that.
Started from the
yeah,
bottom
I knew
up,
it was
yeah.
gonna go that way. I've never even heard that song, but I already hate it. Hal Harrigan says, who will get into the top 4 this season in the BPL? Man United, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea. That's what it'll be.
Yeah, that is what it will be.
I want Tottenham to be in there, like, more than I want anything else to happen in the Premier League, but I know that it's not going to happen, because having looked at Tottenham's results for years, I know that they have a natural tendency, an unavoidable, pathological tendency to fuck everything up at the last minute. Sean Taylor says, do you think... Well, that's not what he says, but I'll change it for him. He says, do you think Wenger should go? No, I don't either. I don't get why why certain sections of Arsenal fans get so fucking pissed off.
It's not Wenger's fault why what has happened has happened.
Absolutely not. Here's such a funny question. Did you even lift, bro?
That's the first one of that as well. So
yeah, that's actually quite surprising. So look what you did, Ross Potato. You just broke the entire
and
video.
You were called Potato.
Yeah, that's funny. And I said it, I'm Irish.
That is funny.
I just killed myself. How many controllers have you smashed? Well, since I've been here too.
Yeah, I'd say over the course of like my life, maybe like 20 or so.
I broke. I had 3 PlayStation 2s because I broke the first 2. I was a very angry child. I broke at least 6 controllers for that. I've only broken 2 for the PS3, and I'm still on my first PS3, which I got in like 2007 or something. So, you know, I'm doing fucking well for myself.
I got the yellow light of death on my first one, so I'm on
no
my second
way.
one. Yeah.
Wow, that sucks. The next question: do any of the people that work at your pub ever question your video games?
No. In fact, I have a subscriber that works for me, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Rory says, "What's your top 3 favorite films?" That might require a bit of thinking.
Yeah, that's one of those things I'd actually rather dedicate like a whole topic to that as a video rather than just brush past it as it's this and this.
I gotta say, Fight Club. It's amazing. Goodfellas, possibly. And I don't think Inception would be in my top 3, but it is a great
Inception.
film.
Yeah,
fantastic movie.
Fandango.
Jesus, we've actually answered it.
We've answered all the questions.
We have answered all the questions. That's that.
Just tweet out more questions, please.
I'm gonna do that. No, you're gonna have to tweet it because you've got a stupid fucking weird keyboard. That me and the whole like Apple thing, we don't get along well. Like one day I had to upload a video for Nep, I couldn't even turn it on. I didn't know how. I had to tweet it out, and I got loads of funny replies and shit. But,
so we're like an hour and a half in now. This is the first time I've ever got through all the questions, so I'm very happy with myself right now.
We're actually missing the Champions League right now.
Yeah, but yeah, by the way, guys, it's now 10-8 for us, so we're missing the Champions League for you. How do you feel about that? How do you feel? How do you feel?
How do you feel? Let us know in the comment section.
25 sitting on 25 mil.
I guess that's from the bottom song, is it?
No.
Is that just another?
Yeah, it's another.
Is it a Drake song?
Probably.
Drake can Drake does this thing, right? Hey, if any of you guys who are still listening, you know that song "What's My Name" by Rihanna?
Oh, nah.
Yeah, that one. So there's a bit in that song where like one of the words is actually auto-tune grown when Drake says like the square root of 69 is 8 something, right? Because I've been trying to work it out. That's the line that he says in it. Wow, let it play. Fucking like fuck off with your auto-tune, you big fucking bollocks. So, considered competitive FIFA from Connor.
Yes, and I've actually played competitive FIFA as well. Essentially, like Virgin Gaming, because it's for money, is competitive, and I just don't like head-to-head so much that I won't ever really be good enough. Like it's such a different game engine that I'd have to play head-to-head instead of Ultimate Team all day every day to get even remotely good at it. So I really wish they would have like Ultimate Team tournaments or Ultimate Team competitive FIFA, because that would be so much better.
That would be pretty cool. Is owning a pub a fun job? I can't see how it would be.
Yes and no. I mean, it has its good moments, but the hours are super unsociable. Like I only work like part-time kind of now because YouTube takes up so much of my time. So my brother does a lot of the work for me. But I used to get to work at 10 and I live in an hour away from work, so I'd get up at 9, I'd be at work, well I'd get up at like 8:30, I'd be at work at 10, and I would leave work at like 12:30 at night. I'd get home at like 1:30, so that left me with like 7 hours of my own time, like, and I'd work 6 days a week, so I'd have one day off and I'd have 7 hours during my off time, which was basically eat and sleep time. And for that reason it's really shit, but at the same time like you get to talk to so many people, and like I have staff right now, I have like 15 staff working for me, so you get to meet like an awesome amount of people that are all like, some of them are dickheads, but most of them are absolutely awesome. So that's, you know, it has its really big pluses and minuses.
It is that when you were doing those fucking like 14-hour shifts a day and shit, and like we'd be talking on Skype during the day from time to time, like that takes up a shitload of, like I can't imagine, like I've done 12-hour shifts in consecutive days a few times, even though it's technically illegal or whatever, but it's so like draining, you know.
Yeah.
But TNTV says, why you so OP?
Because YOLO.
Yeah, YOLO is a good reason. A lot of people asking if we're watching the Champions League. No, we're not.
Not right now.
Yeah.
We'll be very shortly though. In the next, I'd say about 10 minutes worth of packs left here.
Yeah. What do you think of Mourinho's career and future? We kind of already did that.
Yeah, we kind of addressed that.
Jedward, how's it going, guys? Jedward are actually my cousins. They say, who is your favourite footballer?
Of all time, it's Thierry Henry, David Beckham. That's about it.
Mine is Xabi Alonso.
That's a lie.
It's not really. I just thought I'd say a random player because it's believable, you know. I just thought that I'd lie. Robbie Keane, Ed McGeady, Charlie Mulgrew, Victor Wanyama, Henrik Larsson. You know how it is.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yes. Do you believe modern football is ruined? Asks Chris Kennedy.
No, I think this is the best it's ever been.
Yeah. Do you know, actually, I was watching.
I do know, actually. He's a good friend of mine.
He's a sound guy. He got Ben Yat, best player in the world. I was watching the highlights of the Carling Cup final from 2003, I think it was, when when Bolton played Middlesbrough and Middlesbrough won 2-1, and it was in the Classics thing on Sky Sports, and the quality of the football was actually just visibly like not as high as it is now.
Yeah.
Although I do believe that it's peaked, particularly in the Premier League, and it's not as high as it was, like, say, 5 years ago. But it's interesting that I think I guess the motivation for asking this question would be something to do with sponsors and the commercialization of it or whatever.
Pedro.
But he goes for a bit, doesn't he?
Mm.
No, he doesn't he not? I'm thinking of that other fucker. So how much could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? 47.
7. No, I'd say 7.
7, I reckon 47. Do you think Wayne Rooney is a good player in FIFA and in real life?
He's a good player in real life. He's not very good in FIFA.
He's not very used in FIFA.
No.
It's very rare I come up against him.
Can't be bothered to sell all these contracts now for the last few packs, so we're just going to kind of send stuff to the trade pile that's worth money and discard the rest.
I think Rooney, in real life, is world class, but not on a level of consistency that other world class players are. He tends to have his form in spurts, I find. Having said that, though, I don't watch a whole lot of Man United, so don't hate me.
Wow, he's got 6 players in that pack.
Quagliarella, he's alright.
Yilmaz, he was in form.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Wow, I get that a lot, don't I?
Yeah.
Fuck this game.
What is the best moment you ever had on FIFA? That's a tough one.
I don't know, yeah.
Probably getting Ramos in a pack.
Scoring a 40-yarder with Heskey.
Yeah,
epic.
That was a live stream.
Yeah, it was in a live stream, yeah.
Remember you scored your first Scorpion kick?
That was also in a live stream, yeah.
And you went fucking mental.
Yeah.
And I was just, I didn't really know what FIFA was at the time, so I was just like, yeah, it was alright. Jesus, doesn't warrant this kind of celebration. Dude, I'm starving, I just realised.
Yeah, we didn't order pizza.
Yeah, we are. My best moment in FIFA was probably... so the next question, I'm very bad at FIFA. What are your favourite team to win the Champions League? We already did all this. This guy asked me this question yesterday. If you could pick between FIFA and COD to play for your whole life, which would it be and why? It's obviously FIFA for you.
Yeah, FIFA because of my YouTube channel.
And I answered it yesterday in a video. Have you bought Fandango's theme song yet? I've actually, there's a video of the fans from New Jersey. Well, they're not from New Jersey. They were all European, I think, and some Americans as well. But there's videos of them getting the train journey back to central New York or whatever, I assume. And it's 8 minutes long of them chanting that song, and I haven't been able to stop singing it. I really want it to become a football song because I love fucking chanting random songs at football games, and I love going on away trips and doing that and stuff. So. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. For anyone who doesn't know, Fandango is this fucking ball ache from wrestling, which we watched tragically. Who do you think will win the... Oh god, how often do you cook or take away meals? And if so, what is your favourite takeaway place?
I don't really ever cook.
Have you ever cooked in your life?
Yeah.
You're actually a good cook, aren't you?
I'm a qualified chef, yeah.
Fuck.
But so I don't cook because Lauren cooks.
Yeah.
And we get takeaways. I'd probably say 3 or 4 nights a week.
There was a spell back a couple of weeks ago where we got it every single day. I think we got McDonald's twice in 2 days, and then a Burger King later on that night, and then Domino's, and then my skin turned grey, and yeah, good times. How do you get so much money? Is it by trading or winning leagues and games?
Buying coins.
Yeah.
Or putting
Buying
money.
packs,
Buying packs.
All
right, so we're actually got one pack left, guys. So if you're still here to the end, thank you very much for staying this long. Like I said, thanks to Elle for asking all the questions. I got 1 in form this whole pack opening. This is £100 worth of FIFA points, and I've got 1 in form, Falcao and Nasri, and that's it for the good packs. So that is really fucking shocking.
It's going to be a good one.
So this is the last pack. This better be like Fabregas or something.
The Sanctus.
So
wow.
If you guys ever needed any like quantification, is that even a word? That sounds great anyway, as to how bad my pack luck is. That goalkeeper looked like me. He was white and had a beard.
I think it is a good word, and I think it's the correct context as well, and I really like the sound of it. Let's end with that.
Then thank you. Then yeah, like you can just see how bad my pack luck really is, because I got absolute fucking bullshit in these packs. So Rosicki is the only inform I got. Nasri, Gomez, and Falcao were the only players that I got that were rated over 84.
Yeah, so fuck your pack luck.
So yeah, my pack luck is terrible. But guys, thank you so much for staying for this entire journey of my £100 worth of packs. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.
If you're still here, I will lick your face.
If you're still here, please, thank you. That's all. That is all. I'm gone. Later.
Fuck this.